Hello and welcome. It's Debbie Debickus here. Today's consultation is going to be on the topic of love and relationships. What I mean by that is many of my clients will come to me and say, I'm not happy with my partner, I'm not happy with my wife. And I don't understand it because when we got married or when we moved in together or when we met, we were just so on the same page. We just made it work. It was just hand to glove. But I just feel such a disconnect now. We're living separate lives. We're going our own ways. We're co-parenting, but I don't feel anything more. I don't understand why that is. What I want to say today and to tell you today is my response to my clients when they say that to me and the model that I follow. And the model that I follow is we are all energy. We all have a certain vibration. And the law of attraction, mirror matching, we are what we attract. We're mirrors of what comes into our lives on the subconscious level. So say for instance, you have Jane. Jane is, a young girl. She's happy-go-lucky. She has her own insecurities, but so does everybody. And Jane meets Bob. And Bob's like quite of a loner, but loves the caringness that Jane gives him. Jane's a caregiver, really caring, does things for him, shows the extra love, really makes him feel special. Bob really loves that in Jane, really does. And for Jane, Bob makes her feel kind of safe. He's pretty stable. She knows there's consistency there. He's working. He's a quite loyal guy. That attraction works and they get on. Yes, they find each other attractive. First attraction with eyes, the first sexual, the first trigger to, oh my goodness, that person's good looking, that person does that for me. The very first contact is the eye, but the vibration in the background, that energy, that subconscious mind is doing its work, zone in. Have you ever met someone that you've really fallen for sexually? My goodness, she does it for me, he does it for me. After that wears off, what do you have? So that vibration means a lot when you connect to each other and are matched that way. But then when you get married, you commit to each other, things change. Maybe one person wants to progress and grow spiritually. Maybe they want to really get to know themselves, or maybe they're just getting tired of doing the same old. And as one person starts to evolve and starts to work on themselves on a spiritual level, a healthy level, they kind of change their own ways. They maybe don't do so much for the partner anymore. They may do more for themselves. They may want to do more outgoing things and not be there as much as they were used to. Or they might get bored with their company and feel dead inside. And that changes the dynamics of that vibration. But what's actually happened in that vibration on a subconscious level is their beliefs and relationship that they have subconsciously with themselves is changing. It might be that their subconscious mind is believing that they're worth more. They're worth love in a different way. They're worth unconditional love. They're worthy of doing things on their own. They're worthy of looking after themselves first. They're worthy of climbing the career ladder because that's what they want. So things might change in the dynamics with the partnership. And the other partner's like, don't really know this. I'm not getting this. And so Jane might say, well, I've not changed. I'm just, we've been together. I've now got hobbies. I'm now educating myself more. I've now decided I want to change career. All of a sudden, Jane's doing more things for herself. And Bob's feeling less of the attentiveness. Well, you would have my supper on the table, or you would arrange this, or we would do that together, but you're not available now. That might be triggering Bob to feel insecure. Very insecure. And when he's insecure, he feels hurt. He might feel rejection coming along. He might feel less desired. He might feel less special. He might feel less wanted because they were beliefs already installed in him, in his subconscious, through the relationships that he had growing up as a young boy. And that vibration's still there, but the dynamic of that energy, Jane's changing. She's more, yes, I love you, Bob, of course I do. And I'll do this for you and that for you, and we'll have our movies and our date nights together, but there's something else I want to do. And then Jane may come to see me and say, I'm not really feeling it anymore. And of course she's not feeling it, because she can feel that unease and uncomfortable feeling around her partner. It's not him. He hasn't changed. Bob's just being Bob. And to a certain degree, Jane doesn't even know she's changing. It's just happening as she's evolving and taking better care of herself. If you can relate to that, and you want to really look at where you are in the growth and progressing and evolving time in your life, and if you can relate to what I'm saying, it's not the end of Jane and Bob, by no means. Jane and Bob can go two ways in my world and in my book. Two ways is Bob can say, you know what, I'm going to grow with you, and I'm going to find things to make me feel more confident and believe in myself and work on myself, so that when we are together, we appreciate each other, we have that fun, we do so much things together. Unconditional love is getting stronger and stronger every day. So in actual fact, Bob has his own independence, Jane has her own independence, but when they're together, it's fun, it's strong. That's one way of it going. But another way is Bob might say, subconsciously, I'm not getting those needs met. I need to feel desired. I need to feel special. And Jane's not giving me that. So Bob might go somewhere else. He might get his needs somewhere else that he feels special and desired. I've had that happen with clients. Or he may get angry. He may want to play a mind game with Jane because he's hurting, so he wants to hurt her back. And that's called the mind F game. I won't say what the word F is, but I'm sure you'll know it. The mind F game. And subconsciously that plays out a lot. And that's a very uncomfortable dance. Because under that uncomfortable dance is hurt. Jane's hurting me, and therefore Bob's hurting Jane. And subconsciously that hurt and pain gets worse and worse. Jane feels misunderstood. Bob feels rejected and undesired and not loved. Then the games start. And that can happen. And that may cause them to break more and more away. And that's an uncomfortable ending to our relationship. Or another way of looking at the whole situation is Jane's like, Bob, I love you. I love you with all my heart. But I want other things. And I'm worthy of that. And I'm going back to school, I'm opening up a business, I'm working out, I'm having time with friends, and I love you. But we've kind of come to the end of that relationship. It's not working anymore. But I love you, and I always will. And I want the best for you. But that change in me makes our vibration. It's not working anymore. And that's a natural progression that people may come to in their lives, and they end the relationship that once was, and they start a new beginning to another relationship, a friendship, a beautiful relationship that they genuinely want the best for each other. And if children are involved, it's fantastic, because that makes the best co-parents when they have been together, living together, married together, and then they have their own, they split up, they have their own homes, but a fantastic relationship that they genuinely want the best for each other. If you can relate to anything that I've been saying, or if you know of friends that are going through this and they might need some guidance on the subconscious level to understand all this and to really have them accept that it's okay to put themselves first, and it's okay to be worthy of unconditional love. And it's okay to compromise and make things work. Not enabling, nothing like that. No codependency, nothing like that. but because of your worth, that you're deserving of unconditional love, having a voice, your own independence, and growing together with a person that matches that. Again, if anyone can relate to this, please call me. We can pick up this conversation and work to whatever goal you want to reach. Again, my name's Debbie, debbie@gmail.com. Thank you.